My name is Max, and if you don't know who I am a guy with lupus, avascular necrosis, and possible rheumatoid arthritis. And today, I had to record this. This is going to be about my condition at this current moment. I have come to the realization that I am developing back my little rash, the butterfly rash that is commonly known within the community of lupus to be a signifier of a flare up. And so I do believe that that is what's happening right now. I had just posted a video, and the reasoning of why I'm bringing this up is because that video uh, was a video about me cutting my hair, getting a nice little haircut and stuff like that. As you can see, I do not have the same amount of hair as I did in that video because I have been starting to lose my hair probably about a week after I had created the video and I just edited it and stuff like that. So I didn't upload it for like 2 weeks because I was kind of trying to see where the hair loss was going, and it seems like it was going in the pattern of me uh, having a flare up. So after that, um, my hair started thinning on the crown part and stuff like that, and I will put a photo right here of how my hair looked before I cut it a little bit shorter. And I'm not, I have not shaved it that far, but a lot of my growth is gone. I had growth all the way up to like probably over my finger, and now I'm just like I'm barely at my first knuckle. So I had to cut a lot off. Not all of it, but I am obviously still balding, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the lightness that is happening with the balding. Like you can see up there, that's where most of my um, thinning is happening, and is also kind of creating this type of structure, and it's going to the sides a little bit too, because I have a little patch right here that went away. I mean that one specifically, I've always kind of had an I've always kind of had that there, but it's never as prominent because obviously I'm losing hair. But yeah, I just wanted to converse with y'all and let y'all know that that's the current happenings. And so when you see all these other videos coming out with hair, that's because I recorded it before I noticed my hair loss happening and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm having a flare up basically, and I kind of felt like that was going to be the case mainly because I started feeling a lot more brain fog and fatigue, and I've always kind of dealt with the pain of the necrosis and just overusing my body here and there, but this time was very much so very different. It was a different type of pain, and I just I thought it was only my necrosis, but it was kind of a mixture of a lot of things. But that's kind of the ball game when you're talking about a chronic illness. You don't really, sometimes you try to rationalize. That's the best way I can put it. You try to rationalize your symptoms and assume that it's not the worst, but it's very much so not the worst. I've had worse flare ups. I've had flare ups where I can't stand, and I've literally had to have my grandma help me take a shower because I couldn't walk to the shower or walk out the shower. Either way, it was just hard to do. So I'm not to the extent of where I feel like I need to go to the hospital, but um, I'm definitely not in the condition to be doing a lot of things, but we are going to keep trying to push some content, try to come up with some ideas that are not going to be physical, and it's not going to be a big mental strain on my brain because um, stress is a factor in lupus flare ups and stuff like that, which it just can cause it if you're under a lot of it. So I'm going to try to expand my content, and we're not going to do gym content in the foreseeable future, mainly because I just need to focus on getting healthy-ish, in the sense of like just trying to make sure that my body is not overexerting itself. So it's not like we're not going to do gym content, but it's going to be it's just going to be, let's say, not as prominent as other content I'm going to try to make, because of the simple fact that I don't want to um, garner an audience specifically for gym stuff when I can't be all in all the time, because that's just how my condition is. But yeah, I just wanted to update everyone on my condition, specifically because when I do make these future videos, you're going to see the fact that I don't have hair anymore. And it might get shorter for the simple fact that I am still losing a lot. So I might have to just skin it um, to be able to regrow my hair in the future, maybe. We're gonna try to stick with just trying to allow my hair to regrow as is. But if that is not how the cards are gonna deal to me, then we're gonna have to, kind of sacrifice the hair for a little bit, and that's completely fine. So that's all I can really say for today. I hope that if you're going through something similar, that you don't feel ashamed, because I may feel ashamed and I might be hypocritical in that sense, and slightly, but at the end of the day, I know for a fact that this is something that is not going to be forever. And even if it is forever, I am not that tied to the fact that I want hair, because I've kind of dealt with it in the past. Whenever you are going through an illness like this, stuff happens. And when it first happened, the first go around, I kind of embraced it. And at the end of the day, I never really felt different, because I was always an NJ. And I kind of scalped myself a little bit for that activity, because I didn't want to keep cutting my hair. My hair grows back really fast. I know that doesn't seem like the case because I am balding, but if I were to have shaved my head back in high school, I can skin it and my hair would be around this length within a week or two. Like, my hair grows pretty damn fast. And um so I didn't really want to deal with that in NJ. So I'm used to a skinned head, basically, because after a day or two it grows back to somewhat of a normal buzz cut. So I never really felt self-conscious about it, but when it was patchy, a little bit. But like I said, it's not something that I haven't dealt with before, and it's something that no one should really be ashamed of. There's people that bald very young, and they don't have the ability to grow their hair back. And there's people that are just unfortunate enough to be basically bald by the time they graduate, and I've seen it before. So it's like, it's not it's not something that's uncommon, and it's not something that you should be ashamed of, because there's a lot of bald people. You got The Rock. I was going to say so many other people, but the next one I was going to say was, he's basically a joke in my head. But you got him. You got yeah, Mike Tyson. You got MJ. I think Michael Jordan was bald too, but regardless, there's a lot of people that are bald and they can rock it, and no matter what, even if you think you can't rock it, bald is never that bad. Yeah, I can personally say, and even if you do think it's bad and you do feel self conscious, and even if nothing convinces you that you're okay with being bald, just know that you are bald because you're fighting. You are like literally going through something, and you shouldn't feel bad for that in general, because that is just something that is uncontrollable. And if you can't control something, focus on what you can control. So don't focus on controlling your hair. That's something that comes and goes, and sometimes it just goes. That's something that you just cannot hold your heart to. You know what I mean? Because it's not something that defines you. Your hair can make you look special. It can make you look individualized, but it doesn't make you. Just putting that out there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I know I was ranting a bit. I hope the edits help with the ranting, and I hope that this at least gives you a little bit more of confidence within yourself if you are experiencing a flare up and losing your hair as well, or any other type of condition that is like causing you to lose your hair. So just give yourself some grace. And I hope to see you guys in another video. You can like, comment, sub, do all that if you want. It doesn't matter to me. As long as you're here for the journey, I'm cool with that. And if you're not, I'm cool with that too. Anyways, I'll see y'all beautiful people in another video.